All right, it's time for the receivers to earn their stripes. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Reef. Let's be special, baby. Let's be special. So we're about 50 days away from Clemson football kicking off against Duke, primetime Monday night. But before we get to that, we got to assess our receiver room. So let's start off the bat. In the slot, we got Antonio Williams, very reliable in the slot and also a reliable return man. Probably our most consistent contributor last season. He was also healthy, which best trait is availability. So I'm looking forward to him in the slot, seeing what he can do. Year 2 out of Irmo, South Carolina. I believe it's Irmo. It seems like the two boundary guys are going to be Adam Randall, who I'm very excited to see what he looks like healthy. You know, he tore his ACL in kind of spring 2022 and was almost rushed back into it for football season, spring 2020 or fall 2022. But I think that's because Dabo kind of knew the offense needed some help last year. We'll see. I mean, he was being compared to the likes of DeAndre Hopkins before he tore his ACL, and then he was kind of injured, a little banged up again this spring. Then with how much talent the young man seems to have, and how many good things I've heard about him, it is slightly concerning that, you know, he's been at Clemson for a little over a year and he's had 2 different knee surgeries, which that's a little concerning. Then our other boundary guy outside of Adam Randall will be Beaux Collins. Very excited to see Beaux. He was super consistent for us his rookie season, freshman year. And also there were times last year where he did make big plays for us. Injured the shoulder kind of back in fall camp last season, but ultimately just kind of really messed it up against Notre Dame. He just couldn't go after that at that point of the season. It was time to just pull him out. But he had shoulder surgery. They anchored that sucker back in place. He's had kind of all winter and spring to recover from it. You know, he apparently is going to start coming into his own come fall camp. Now behind him, we do have the guys like Cole Turner. He made some big plays for us in the ACC championship game. You know, Troy Stellato, who I mentioned before, who we just need to see if he can stay healthy or not, and he could be a useful weapon. I don't know. Like I said, he has not been on the field because he hasn't been healthy, but this is year 3 for him. He's been in the program long enough. It's kind of now or never for the young man. And obviously, we know about Will Taylor deciding, you know, making the monetary choice to go baseball over football, which is good because he most likely has a career in professional baseball. I mean, he'll make it to the minor system. Whether he makes it to the show or not, that's beyond me. You know, that's up to him and his skill level and how he performs when he gets into the minor league system. But he will get a shot in the minors. You know, a freshman that I haven't seen a whole lot about just because he was a summer enrollee, so he wasn't here for the spring, so the reporters haven't really had a chance to get eyes on him. But based on the game film, based on what we've seen from him in high school football, you know, the recruiting camps, you know, 247, everybody seems to have high praise for him. 6'3", 210-pound Ronan Hannafin from Massachusetts. He's the first Clemson recruit we've had from the state of Massachusetts since Christian Wilkins. So, I mean, if he's anything close to what Christian Wilkins on the defensive line at wide receiver for us, we're in for a treat with this young man. 3-star athlete, timed in at hand timed at 4.4. So take that as you will. You know, usually, you know, hand timing, it's not nearly as precise as laser timing 40-yard dashes, but it's a good general sense. You know, he's going to run, you know, about that 4.4, 4.5, maybe even early 4.6 range for a 40-yard dash, which for college, that's what we need for a wide receiver right there. Apparently, from what I've seen from him online at least, is he does seem to lack the ability to high point the ball. It's just something that he needs to work on his skill, which that's what he's there for. And they're going to help develop and make him into a contributing member of the football team. But the raw ability is there. And that's sometimes all you need. You need to give just a good college coach the raw talent and let him spin. But we need our receivers to make plays for us. We do have a new OC this year, which I'm very excited for. I mean, he took guys like Max Duggan, quarterback for TCU last season. So nobody had ever even heard of the young man before. And all of a sudden, he's winning the Davey O'Brien Award for the best quarterback in college football. Then also, he's taking guys like Quentin Johnston. You know, wide receiver for TCU, big, tall, athletic guy. A lot of raw talent there, but he's not really a big name in college football. He doesn't have the hype that, you know, a Marvin Harrison Jr. has coming into this season for college football and turns him into a top 20 NFL pick. Now, if we can kind of get close to any of that type of production from one of our receivers, we're in for a treat offensively. And hopefully, you know, our offense with Cade is able to throw the ball more than 5 yards downfield. And, you know, we're capable of that, which I think we will be. I think after last season, Dabo kind of went in there and saw that, you know, the offense, we need to make some changes on offense and we need our guys healthy. And so that's what we did. We played a lot of safe football this spring, keeping out Shipley, keeping out Adam Randall, keeping out Beaux Collins, keeping guys out to keep them upright so they can make it into fall camp healthy, make it into the season healthy. Because injuries really have just plagued our wide receiver room. Justin Ross kept getting banged up. EJ Williams kept getting banged up. And we'll see what happens there. But if I had to pick one sleeper for the wide receiver room this year, Ronan Hannafin. Looking forward to the young man, former 4-star recruit, summer enrollee. Can't wait to see what everybody seems to think of him come fall camp. Our wide receiver room is a lot closer than people think it is. Not nearly as far. Our secondary needs some work, I will admit. I'll get to that in another video. But our wide receiver room is a lot closer than what people think to where it needs to be for us to climb that mountain again. But you know what? Happy for wide receiver you to get back at it. That's all I got today, guys. Let me know in the comments below what you think. As always, have a great day. Tell somebody you love them. Deuces.